The secret about AI, what they don't want you to know. Artificial intelligence is everywhere. It's powering your smartphone, navigating your car, and even deciding what you see on social media. It feels like this invisible, magical force shaping every aspect of our lives. But what if I told you most of what you think you know about AI is far from the truth? Today, we're going beyond the hype, busting some popular myths, and exposing the uncomfortable truths about AI that big tech companies don't really talk about. Let's put aside the Hollywood illusions and viral buzzwords. AI isn't the all-knowing superintelligence it's so often made out to be. In fact, when you dig deeper, you realize AI isn't smart in the way people think. And before the end of this video, I'll ask you an important question. What do you think about our growing reliance on AI? First, let's define what AI really is. Artificial intelligence doesn't actually think, feel, or understand the way humans do. That's a misconception many hold. AI is more like a gigantic pattern-matching machine trained to recognize relationships within data. It processes massive datasets, identifies trends or correlations, and then spits out answers or predictions. AI works on probabilities, not understanding. If you've ever used a virtual assistant like Siri or Alexa, you've probably noticed they're good, but not perfect. They don't understand the meaning behind your words, they simply process data and respond based on what the algorithm predicts is the most appropriate answer. It's like they're programmed to guess which response fits best, not to genuinely comprehend you. Despite its sleek, futuristic branding, AI cannot think. Your smartphone's AI doesn't know you any better than a search engine knows what you really mean when you type in a vague query. It's all about probabilities. For example, if you ask your virtual assistant for restaurant recommendations, it draws from a pool of data with information about local spots and patterns from users like you, predicting what you might enjoy. But it's kind of like throwing darts while blindfolded. It selects the option that appears statistically most relevant but doesn't understand what you actually enjoy. And here's where things get funny, and sometimes terrifying. AI can make ridiculous mistakes because it doesn't truly understand facts or emotions. It's just doing math, where one flawed input could result in a bizarre or inappropriate response. For instance, an AI once famously mistook a school bus for a yellow elephant. It's funny, but also a little concerning. This leads us to ask why, despite its obvious flaws, AI is hyped up as this almighty, genius invention. So why does AI seem so overhyped? It boils down to three big players: tech companies, governments, and the media. Let's start with tech companies. They have every reason to make AI appear magical. The more you think AI is brilliant and indispensable, the more you trust their products, and the more money they can make. Some companies portray it as this superhuman intelligence to make you feel like you need it in your life. And let's be honest, tech products with AI sell better. Next, there's the media. Headlines like "AI could replace humans" or "AI outperforms doctors" attract attention and stir dramatic conversations. But in reality, the truth is often far less impressive. The media thrives on creating sensations, and the mystique around AI guarantees clicks and views, even though most stories exaggerate its capabilities. Governments are also part of the equation. Some use AI as a tool to control narratives or push futuristic agendas, further inflating our expectations. Others implement AI systems for things like surveillance or decision-making, even though these systems still have significant shortcomings. When so many forces are selling AI as flawless, it's easy to overlook its flaws and limitations. The hype is more than just marketing, it can cause real problems. When people blindly trust AI, they stop questioning it. And trust me, that's not smart. AI often carries over every bias and error from the data it's trained on. For example, if an AI system for hiring analyzes biased historical data, it continues those biases in the candidates it selects. There's also the issue of confident failures, when an AI provides the wrong outcome but presents it so confidently that you take it as fact. In one infamous example, an AI-powered self-driving car misidentified a pedestrian and caused a fatal accident. It wasn't that the AI wanted to cause harm, it just lacked the nuanced understanding that humans bring to such situations. This blind trust can snowball into serious long-term issues. Imagine relying on AI decisions in healthcare, policing, or financial systems without questioning the reasoning behind them. The consequences could be devastating. Another truth that isn't talked about enough is AI's susceptibility to bias. Remember, AI is only as unbiased as the data it's trained on, and unfortunately, our human biases are baked into that data. If a dataset has more male than female examples, or vice versa, the AI may favor one group over the other in its results. It's not intentional, it's inevitable when using flawed inputs. One example of this is facial recognition algorithms, which have struggled with recognizing darker skin tones as accurately as lighter ones. These biases led to real-world problems, including wrongful arrests. And yet, many people take for granted that AI is neutral and objective, which is simply not true. Without diverse, carefully vetted datasets, AI will always carry the biases of its human creators. So, what can we do? The first step is learning to think critically about AI. Stop assuming it's right just because it sounds authoritative. Always ask questions: who programmed this AI? Where is its data coming from? How could it go wrong? These are all essential questions that, unfortunately, many people fail to consider when interacting with AI programs. For example, consider AI-powered recommendation systems on platforms like YouTube or TikTok. These tools decide what to show you next, but their goals aren't always your best interest. It might be keeping you on the app longer, not necessarily delivering accurate or diverse information. Understanding why these recommendations show up can help you reclaim control over what you consume online. Moving forward, we need accountability for both AI creators and decision makers. This means that governments, tech companies, and independent watchdogs must all play their part in setting clear guidelines and ensuring AI systems are transparent about how they function. Currently, there's little global consensus on regulating AI, which leaves a lot of room for misuse. At the same time, consumers like you and me need to stay alert. Blindly adopting every new AI tool that's marketed isn't the solution. Instead, seek to understand how it could impact your privacy, choices, and rights. Even small changes, like reading up on how algorithms work, can prepare you to interact with AI systems more thoughtfully. The truth is, AI isn't all bad, it has its benefits. It's revolutionized industries like medicine, identifying diseases faster than ever. It saves time by automating repetitive tasks. It can even help tackle large-scale problems like climate change or disaster management when used responsibly. But the key is balancing optimism with caution. AI is just a tool, it's not magic, and it's certainly not perfect. Like any tool, its power lies in how we use it and who controls it. That brings us to the big question: are we giving AI too much credit? Or, on the flip side, are we being overly dramatic? I'd love to hear your thoughts. What's been your most surprising or frustrating experience with AI so far? Drop your opinions in the comments, and let's discuss and learn from one another. Also, if you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to support more content like this. Remember, a little awareness goes a long way in navigating the ever-changing world of technology, and it starts with conversations like these. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.